So, good morning, everyone. We all know the importance of public speaking. And public speaking, it is a learnable skill. The more you practice, the better you will be. So, let us start the class today with the question, the importance of communication skills. To start off, let us set the ball rolling with Pratay Prakash.
Thank you, ma'am, for your thank you to all. And now the today's topic is the communication and what is the importance of communication. So, according to me, ma'am, the communication means the act of showing and exchanging the information, ideas, or feelings. And we can say that communication is a fundamental to the existence and survival of humans, as well as to the organization. It is a process of creating and sharing ideas, information, views, facts, feelings, etc. among the people to the reach of common understanding. Communication is the key to the directing function of the management. Yeah, it is right that the communication is the key to the directing function of the management because nowadays without communication we cannot survive anywhere. We can say that without communication we can't survive anywhere because communication is a fundamental to the existence and survival of human as well as the organization. Communication is the key of directing the function of the management. So, ma'am, there are the many processes of the communication, and it is more important because whenever we go anywhere, firstly we introduce ourselves by the communication, and without communication we can't understand anyone's feeling and we can't share our view with them. So communication is a very important process. The process of communications are sender, receiver, message, encoding, decoding, media. So these are the process of the communication. Like the first is the sender. The sender of the communication generates the message and convey to the receiver. It is and now the second thing is the message. It is the idea, information, view, fact, feeling, etc. that is generated by the sender. And the third process is encoding. Encoding is a very main process that is this generated by the sender encoded symbolically, such as in the form of words, picture, gestures, etc. before it is being conveyed. And now the fourth communication process is the media. It is the manner in which encoded message is transmitted. The message may be transmitted orally or in the written process. Now the fifth and the last process, that is decoding. It is the process of converting the symbols encoded by the sender. After decoding the message, it is received by the receiver. That are the process. And last one is the receiver who received the message. He is the person who is the last in this and for whom the message was sent by the sender. That are the process of the communication. Lastly, I want to say that communication is very important in our life. It takes an important role, vital role in our life. That's all, ma'am. Thank you, and thanks to everyone.
Yeah, okay, good. So communication is a process. Communication is a process wherein you can share your words, thoughts, your ideas, your feelings from one person to another. So this was technically dealt. And the importance of it is we are all working in an organization, and communication is the cornerstone of our business. If we will not communicate, we will not be able to move ahead. So to keep the ball rolling, you have to be communicating, and the principles of communication has to include the essentials, the vitals, which are important for communication. For example, the 7 C's has to be included, whether you are speaking or you're writing. Moving on to the next participant, Komal Kumari.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. First of all, we discuss what is communication.
1 minute.
Communication.
Somebody please keep your. कोमल तुम्हारे घर से आवाज आ रही क्या?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you go to a quieter place, Komal? Komal, can you go to a quiet place?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, continue.
Yes, ma'am. First of all, we discuss what is communication. Communication is the process of passing information and understanding the same from one person to another through verbal and non-verbal. There are barriers of communication also. The barriers are language barrier, physical barrier, culture, and environmental barrier. Now, we will discuss importance of communication skills. The importance of communication skills can be seen when good quality communication occurs that prevents misunderstanding.
Mhm.
The second point is communication skills are not only needed in daily personal life but also required in the workplace and in business. You can't be successful without great communication skills in professional life or in business. The fourth point is it is important for a good communicator to be a good listener.
Very good. So, what is the importance of good listening? If you cannot listen, you cannot communicate. And in order to be a good speaker, you need to be a good listener. Yes, continue. That's it.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you done
No,
with?
ma'am.
Okay, continue. Yeah, Komal, continue.
Yes, ma'am. Unfortunately, business needs for employees with good communication skill is all too often not fulfilling. By improving your communication ability, you improve your chances for success. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. In the 7 C's of communication, Komal, which is one thing which you will feel that this is the most vital of the 7?
Yes, ma'am. The communication is clear.
Clarity. So you will give importance to clarity of in any communication, isn't
Yes,
it?
ma'am. Because
Okay.
in clarity, others understand our languages also. That's why, ma'am.
Okay. And you can get your work done. If you're not clear in your thoughts, if you're not clear in your mind, and if you're not clear in your words, then your words may go haywire. People may not understand, and the work may not be done, and work will be delayed in your organization if there is no clarity in instruction or communication or any kind of dealing, whether it's written or oral. But fine. Now moving ahead with round number 16. Gaurav, start. Hello. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Gaurav. Yeah.
Good morning, ma'am. Today's topic is importance of communication. At first, we know about communication. Communication thus helps understanding people, better removing misunderstanding and creating clarity of thoughts and experience. It also educates people. It bridges the gap between individuals and group through flow of information and understanding between them. Information is the most vital aspect for communication. Then the 7 C's of communication are a list of principles for written and spoken communication to ensure that they are effective. The 7 C's are clarity, correctness, concise, courteous, concrete, concentration, and completeness. Then what are the 5 importance of communication? First, basis of decision making and planning. Second, smooth and effective working of an organization. Third, facilities coordination. Fourth, increase managerial efficiency. And fifth, promotes cooperation and industrial peace. Then, which is the most important way of communication? Listening is the most important aspect of communication. Successfully list is not just an understanding of spoken or written information, but also an understanding of how the speaker feels during communication. Thank you,
Hmm.
ma'am.
Okay. Good. Whenever you're speaking, look confident, be confident. Confidence is one thing which is very important. Yes. Yeah. Moving on to round number 55, Akrama Afroz.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Communication. The meaning of communication is the act or process of using word, sound, signs, behavior to express or the exchange of information and ideas. The good communicator are listening carefully, speak right, and respect different opinions. Benefits of communication: trust, team building, better better relationship, increase job satisfaction, problem solving, handle conflicts.
That's it.
Yes, ma'am. That's
What is the process of communication?
process of communication, ma'am.
Hmm? Okay. Can you tell me what are the categories of communication, Afroz?
Yes,
Categories
ma'am.
क्या है?
Three
What are the
categories.
categories? What are the
Three
categories?
categories, ma'am.
Tell me.
Okay, ma'am. Verbal, non-verbal,
Yes.
and
Yes. ठीक है.
yes,
Verbal,
ma'am.
non-verbal.
Yes, ma'am. Process of yes,
नहीं
ma'am.
नहीं.
Hello, ma'am.
Categories of communication. घबराइए नहीं. Don't be nervous.
Okay, ma'am.
Don't be nervous.
Verbal, ma'am. Non-verbal.
अच्छा आप
And
बताओ. Okay. Afroz, what do you mean by verbal communication? इधर देखो, सामने देखो. Verbal communication क्या होता है? जल्दी बोलो, जो दिमाग में आ रहा बोलो. You may be right, you may be wrong.
दिमाग में आ नहीं रहे, मैम.
ठीक है. तो आप लिख लो verbal communication क्या होता है. Can anybody in the class answer the question? What is verbal communication? Anybody in the class? What is verbal communication? Anybody in the class? Akrama, please turn back your. Verbal communication which is used when words are used. जब हम शब्दों को यूज करते हैं अपनी बात को पहुंचाने में, शेयर करने में, डिस्कस करने में, जब शब्दों का यूज होता है, when we use words, this is called verbal. या तो फिर written में, when we write words. शब्द लिखते हैं ना, बोलते हैं तो शब्दों का इस्तेमाल करते हैं ना. तो जब शब्दों का when we use words, this is called verbal communication. It can be spoken, it can be written. And verbal communication का क्या होता है? Verbal communication means it can be face to face, it can be radio, it can be media. ठीक है? Verbal ध्यान रखना, verbal का मतलब ही होता है words. Now, what is non-verbal communication? जिसमें वर्ड्स नहीं यूज होता है.
साउंड हो मैम.
जिसमें क्या होता है? बॉडी लैंग्वेज होता है. Which covers non-verbal communication covers body language, gestures, how we dress, क्या पहन रहे हम लोग, how we are standing, how we are sitting. जब शब्दों के द्वारा कम्युनिकेशन नहीं हो रहा है तो this is called non-verbal. And the third category is written communication, which includes writing letters or emails or whatever. All right, the rest of you, maybe you have gone to sleep or something. I do not say anybody with the camera on. Let us move on to the MCQs which we promised. Yakumal Kumari, Afroz, Gaurav and Pratay. 4 persons have made the presentation today, and you will be getting marks on anything between 12 and 15 on 20. Okay? The rest of you, I can include just one more person. I said I will be giving chance to 5 persons. But then nobody has raised his or her hand. So I'm moving ahead with the MCQs. You write down the answers of the MCQs for one word substitute. Keep your copies and pens ready. Now, write down only the answers. We have choices A, B, C, and D. The first question today is, killing of oneself is very easy. Killing of oneself. A, B, C, and D. Just write down the question, killing of oneself, and write down the answer.
Ma'am, suicide.
I said write down. I did not say speak it out.
Okay, sorry, ma'am.
The second, a government by the nobles. A government by the nobles. A friend, aristocracy, clinic, a lover. Write down only the answer and the question. A government by the nobles, a friend, aristocracy, clinic, or a love. Number 3, life story of a person. Extempore, misogynist, biography, gratis. The third question, life story of a person. Anything agreeable to taste. Anything agreeable to taste. Palatable, pompous, wavering, degrade. Read this as anything. Anything agreeable to taste. Something which you like tasting. Number 5, an absolutely clear statement. An absolutely clear statement. Invisible, illicit, expedite, credulous. Number 6. A person who is skilled in the science and that treats of the life of animals or plants. Zoologist, biologist, botanist, and polygamy. A person skilled in the science that treats of the life of animals and plants. I would like you to write the questions and give one answer which you think is the right answer. With courteous regard or gamble, difference virtual. I hope you know the meaning of courteous. The courtesy in communication skills. Courteous, polite. Number 8, that which cannot be seen. Invisible, anomaly, brittle, bigot. Number 9 can be tricky, but you can take a guess. Pick the BBA AKU. BBA AKU second. Where line that reads the same backward as forward. Technical but interesting. Maybe you may not know this, but then palfrey, show, pedigree, haiku. Palfrey, show, pedigree, haiku. I'm reading it again. Where line that reads the same backward as forward. When you do not understand your question, read this question again and again. Number 10, going back to number 9. Palfrey, show, pedigree, and haiku. Question number 10, where common rules are not followed. Where common rules are not followed. Anomaly, omniscient, atheist, none of these. You should not take more than 5 seconds for one answer. You take a look and then you should not take more than a minute. 5 seconds up, but do not linger on to one question. Take time, read quickly. You know how to read quickly, use meta guiding. Your eye and hand coordination should be quick. Quickly read the question, quickly look at the answers and click for the best answer. Number 11, incapable of making mistakes. We are all humans, we can all make mistakes, but then incapable of making mistakes. Gullible, infallible, IDR, and honorary. This word is there in your course where also. Somebody who is incapable of making mistakes. Incapable of making any mistakes. Gullible, infallible, IDR, and honorary. Number 12, a flotilla. A flotilla means a fleet of small vessels, talks in sleep, murder of oneself, act of sacrilege. Take a wild guess if you do not know the meaning. A flotilla, flotilla. One word can be really confusing, but they are very technical words which has some technical meaning. So a flotilla can mean a fleet of small vessels. Talks, somebody who talks in sleep is flotilla. Murder of oneself, definitely not. An act of sacrilege. Take your guess. Number 13, something which can be believed, that can be believed. Credible, crowd, sacrilege, polyandra. That can be, that which can be believed. Credible, crowd, sacrilege, polyandra. One who cannot be easily pleased. जिसको आप, you cannot please this person. He is one person whom is very difficult to please. One who cannot be easily pleased is an exhort, avid, fastidious, and a bliss. One who cannot be easily pleased. Exhort, avid, fastidious, and a bliss. Number 15, a place used for mixing medicines. A place used for mixing medicines. Dispensary, invisible, cliche, none of these. There are a set of 20 questions. One set, 20 questions. Let me see how much you score in this. Let's move quickly. Number 16, an associate in an office or institution. Extempore, colleague, infallible, plutocracy. An associate in an office or institution. Extempore, colleague, infallible, and plutocracy. Number 17, displaying wealth for attracting attention. Displaying wealth for attracting attention. Ostentatious, nasty, fussy, vocal. Displaying wealth for attracting attention. Ostentatious, nasty, fussy, vocal. Moving on to the last two. Love which is not pure and legal. A sadist, a celibate, illicit, none of these. A love which is not legal, sadist, celibate, illicit, none of these. Number 19. An animal which eats flesh. An animal which eats flesh. This is easy. This is really easy, common.
Carnivore.
Yeah. Feeling of well-being. Feeling of well-being. Kitectic, haiku, Gior, and show.
So,
Okay. Let us move on with the first. Now, killing of oneself.
suicide.
Okay. You all can give yourself 1 mark. killing of oneself is suicide. A government by the nobles. Everybody keep your microphone muted. If you want to say, only then unmute. A government by the nobles. What is the right answer?
B, ma'am.
Ma'am, aristocracy.
Aristocracy. Yeah, right. Those who have done marked aristocracy, give yourself 2 marks now. 1 mark for each question. Life history of a person.
Biography.
Biography.
Biography. Biography.
biography,
Biography. Something agreeable to taste.
Palatable.
Palatable.
No, ma'am, palatable.
Get the word right. Huh? Palatable. Palatable. Something which is you like something. You like the taste of something. An absolutely clear statement.
explicit,
Explicit. और कोई आंसर है क्या इसमें?
MB.
D. No. Explicit. B कहाँ से समझ गए? A person who is skilled in the science that treats of the life of animals and plants.
Biologist.
Biologist.
Zoologist.
Zoologist. Botanist. What?
yes ma'am, zoologist होगा,
Ma'am, biologist.
Biologist.
Okay, let us see. Biologist. Here they're talking about animals and plants.
Biologist.
Biologist. With courteous regard. Please hurry up and show your answers before we run out
Ma'am,
of time. Yes? C. Difference.
Ma'am, A.
A. Can be A.
Ma'am, C. Ma'am, different.
ma'am,
Difference. Mahi, D, C बोल रहा हूँ. Anybody, any other answer? A and C, right?
yes ma'am,
C, ma'am, yes.
C होगा,
Okay. C भी होगा, A भी होगा. Okay. B तो कोई नहीं कर रहा है ना.
C,
C. Courteous regard. That which cannot be, sorry. That which cannot be seen, busy.
A, invisible,
Invisible.
और भी कोई आंसर है क्या? नहीं ना.
B,
Where line that reads the same backward as forward. This is technical. Let me see your guessing. Your wild guess क्या है आपका?
Ma'am, D or A.
अच्छा. Either D या A.
Yes,
ठीक है
ma'am.
ना?
Wild guess.
Wild
just-
guess. हाँ ठीक है. You're taking a wild guess.
Mhm.
The line that reads the same backwards and forward.
C,
ना जैसे कि backwards and forward same read करता है. Where line that read the same backward as forward. Look at some words which are the same. Some examples of words. Where line that read the same backward as forward. The answer says D. Moving on quickly, where common rules are not followed. Hurry up, please let me know.
None of these.
None of these.
Yes, I think none of these, ma'am.
Okay, you're not sure. A.
A,
Where common rules are not followed is anomaly. Anomaly. Remember these words, write them down. Incapable of making mistakes. This is very interesting and it's in your book.
Infallible, ma'am. B.
Gullible, what? Infallible.
Yes, ma'am.
Incapable of making mistakes का मतलब होता है कि mistakes नहीं कर सकता. Somebody who cannot make mistakes. Infallible. Yeah. Now comes the most interesting. A flotilla means, what does it mean? A flotilla? A fleet of small vessels, talks in sleep, murder of oneself. ये तो करना ही है. हाँ, क्या हो सकता है बताइए? Quickly out with your answer. Take a wild guess.
A.
Fleet of small vessels.
Fleet of
A
small
मैम
vessels.
A.
D, ma'am.
Yeah.
A सही है.
A सही है. The right answer is A. And D, act of sacrilege, no. So a flotilla is a fleet of small vessels, ships, that can be believed. Hurry up, this is easy. That which can be believed.
Credible.
Yeah. Anybody has any other answer? Good. One who cannot be easily pleased.
C.
All right. Fastidious.
C सही है.
हाँ सही है. Fastidious का मतलब ये होता है कि somebody who is fastidious, you cannot please him. तो खुश करना थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है. A place used for mixing medicines.
Dispensary.
Yeah. An associate in an office or institution. Easy hai. An associate.
Colleague.
Colleague. Displaying wealth for attracting attention.
Ma'am, nasty.
It can be nasty. Any other word coming in your mind?
Nasty or fussy.
Fussy. Anybody else? Any answer?
Ma'am, A.
Yes ma'am. A.
Yeah. Ostentatious. Very good. Somebody who answered this, good. Love which is not pure and legal. Hurry up. Why taking so long?
C.
Yeah, C. Illicit.
Yes ma'am.
Illicit. An animal which eats flesh.
D. Carnivores.
पहले बता दिए थे. Yeah.
Yes ma'am.
Feeling of well-being, number 20. Take a wild guess. A feeling of well-being. That everything is going fine, everything is good. Hurry up. Take a wild guess. Yes, hello?
C.
Okay. Eutectic. Feeling of well-being.
A मैम क्या है? Q-tech.
Eutectic. Okay, guys, what is the score? Tell me. Nobody scored 20, I know. 12. Okay, not bad. 12 was not bad. Anybody 18, 19, 15? So the highest was 12.
Ma'am, 15.
15 is good. 15 is good. All right. Learn these words, know these words, use them.
जिसका है मैम उसका खराब हुआ यही है.
नहीं, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है. We are learning. This is a platform for learning. It was not an exam. It was not a mark you or something. But I can be taking a mark you in some time based on these classes, which is.
मैम आप इंडिविजुअली लीजिएगा तो सही है.
हाँ, yes.
नहीं ऐसे भी ठीक है.
All right, guys, that's it. नहीं, पहले आप सीखोगे तब ना. You will learn and then I will take the test. This was not a test. This was a class on one word substitute.
Yes, ma'am.
Guys, that's it for today.
Thank you, ma'am.
And though I keep on reminding you to keep your cameras on, but the same story over and over again. This is bad.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.